Alright, this video I'm going to be working on my Bambu printer. Apparently the circuit board got shorted or something, or just wore out or was bad, whatever. Right after I put the AMS in, I printed one thing, and then after that it wouldn't print anymore. Kept saying that it was a jam in the extruder, and I called Bambu. They said, is the light on the back of the tool head? And no, it was not. So they sent me out new boards, 3 boxes. So I'm going to start to take this thing apart. I have to take the front, the middle, and the back section of the covers off. I will get the camera in as close as I can. Half of them down, half of them on the other side, and I think I have to take the tool head off first. I mean the extruder and all that stuff. Not sure yet. Definitely have to take the cutter loose. So one of the boards, I think, is this one here. Yeah, I think. Set that aside. See if we can get this one off now. All right, so we're down to where I think, yeah, this is that board right there. So I have to get that one undone, which means I have to take this cable off. Which I have a replacement for too, I think. Okay. I have to undo this. I have to undo that. And let me get a flashlight. I have to get that one off. Two screws hold that on. Okay, it looks like it's the bigger size. Nope, it's still the smaller one. Now comes the fun part. Gotta get this one back in here. Okay, now that we got that in, we have to plug these back in and get them in exactly right. And the bottom one goes in there, one goes there. Okay, now, okay, so that's done. Let me get this thing back in here to pick my heated bed. Get that back in there. I need to turn this to work on the back one. Even came with a new cable. Okay, this end goes over here, and I gotta make dang sure we get it on straight too. Apparently, it's real easy to get these on crooked. Make sure it's on. No big gap. Okay, it's on correctly. Okay, done with this for now. Wish I could get that out of my way. So let's get this thing unplugged. All right, now we got this cable. Wrong driver. This one. So there's apparently 4 screws on it. It's 3 screws on this one. All right. If that's it for screws, this should just pop off now. And it does. And there's a plug on the back. And we have to plug this thing in. Let me look at this real quick on my phone. Cable comes down incorrectly. Correctly. Okay, it's got to come down from the top. Oh shit, what did I do with the new board? What did I do with the old board? Oh crap. That's gonna be the old one because I set it underneath that thing. 2426. What does this one say? 2404. All right. So the cable's got to come down like this. Okay, I went up and checked the video, and sure enough, I did grab the old board. So I got the good board now. I'm putting it back in. I got to line up these screws and get my Allen wrench. Get this board screwed back in. Probably blinding the camera, aren't I? Let me get these started and then we'll move that light. Okay. Okay, with that done, we now have to get this cable back in this groove, and I have to get it plugged in. Now I need my flashlight. Where did I put it? Because I want to make dang sure I get this in here right. Alright, gotta plug this one in. And then I gotta plug this one in, which is critical. Okay. That in there, I should be able to power this thing up, and it should light up now. Look at that, we have power. Okay, so I'm going to power this back off, and we got to start putting all the parts back on it. Starting with the mid cover. There we go. Boom. All right. Let's get a screw in here. Now, I'm going to get the back cover put on and get the screws on this side in. Okay, now let's see if we can get these screws in on this side. Okay, one more screw in the back. Okay, now I get to move this back around. Oh, look, filament. And we need the other Allen wrench, which is where? That goes in here. Need light. There we go. All right, got that, got that. Now we have to put the front cover back on. There. It looks like all the plugs are in correctly. Let's put this tool head cover back on. Oh, let's put the hose back in. This just presses down in there. And then let's snap that back on. Okay, we're done. Now, that being said, we're not done. We still got to calibrate this thing again, and I got to do that until I get it back in that other room. But before I do that, I want to play with the hub here because it's like the hub's not working right. So let's take this off and take a peek at it and see what's going on with it. I don't see what would be wrong with it. All right, we're ready to go take this back into the other room and power it up. So I've got it all powered back. I got it powered up to see if the light came on. I checked the hub because the hub was having a problem last time. I'm going to go put this back in there and we'll power it up and see what it does. All right, I'm back in the room where the 3D printer sits right now. When I brought it in here and powered it up, it said needed to do a firmware update, probably because the new boards are not compatible with what was already in the software in here. I don't know. It's showing good. Let's go confirm it. Firmware 01090000. I think we got to do a bunch of updates. So let's go back into here. Do you want to calibrate? Calibration program takes about 26 minutes. Do you want to start? Auto calibration starting. So what it's going to do, and for some reason it turns the light on, I don't know why, but it's going to start doing its thing inside here. It's going to, bed's going to wiggle up and down. I don't know if you can see that. Then it's going to raise up, and it's going to go through a whole bunch of checks. The reason it's doing that is because I moved it off this table. It needed to be redone. It's going to raise that up all the way. About 24% done right now. Anyway, I'm going to let that finish up on its own, and I will get this video uploaded as soon as I can.